Welcome to the I Can Do That podcast. I'm Jem Fadling, spiritual formation coach, author, and founding partner of Unhurried Living. With 30 years experience in spiritual formation, I help people grow by combining grounded optimism with practical spirituality. This effective dynamic will guide you onto the path of discernment so that you can transform your hopes into habits. Each episode, I'll share one practical idea with one simple takeaway. Together, we'll grow at the pace of transformation, and you'll move into your day saying to yourself, I can do that. Well, hi there. I thought I would do a quick check-in. It's been about 2 months since I launched the podcast, and I just wanted to see how you're doing. It's kind of an odd thing here. I'm talking to you, but I can't see you. And so I'd love to hear some feedback. If you've been enjoying this format and if this weekly sort of one thing to try on is working for you, I'd love it if you'd email me at info@unhurriedliving.com. I'd love to hear how it's going for you. I'd love it if you had any ideas for future episodes. I'd love to turn this into a connection. So again, email me at info@unhurriedliving.com and let me know how you're doing with the idea of I can do that. Okay, now let's dig in. Over the course of our lives, we are being formed in many ways. Now, some are conscious and some are unconscious. Now, one kind of formation can occur when we watch TV shows or movies. We can actually be formed by the creative choices that directors use to tell these stories. For example, I once watched a movie in which a man and a woman were walking through the city. They were on a date. He led her down an alley and into the back door of a building, and then he surprised her by turning on the lights to reveal that they were in an ice skating rink. Now, this was a very big romantic move, but from the lights on moment, the story cut immediately to the two of them in skates, already on the rink, and her clumsily holding on to him for balance. So what happened to everything in between the lights going on and the two of them on the ice? Now, I imagine her smiling at him, maybe holding hands as he led her over to where he had skates waiting for her. Maybe she was surprised that he knew her shoe size. What did they talk about? What was the back and forth conversation that began to build their relationship? We'll never know because they didn't show it. Now, I've heard it said that movies are just life without all the boring parts. Now, due to time constraints and to keeping things moving, movies and TV shows will do a quick transition from one scene to the other, like entering the skating rink and then suddenly they're skating. It's one thing to use this creative choice in the entertainment field, but this is no way to live our actual lives. Do you ever find yourself living your life like this, minimizing the little stuff in between by doing a quick transition from one big thing to another? Well, rather, our lives are lived in those in-between moments because there is no actual quick transition option for living our lives. Sometimes we imagine that the in-between parts are unimportant. We only live for the big and notable moments, and typically, these are the moments we post on social media. Now, social media can be a place where we curate our own version of quick transitions, showing the best and moving our story along. But most of our life is in the in-between. That's why presence and being in the moment matters. It can be easy to waste time or numb ourselves in those moments if we think they're just filler. Well, rather than doing quick transitions through life, remind yourself that every moment matters because every moment is a moment with God and usually with others. The in-between matters. The in-between is where the people are, and it's where your life happens. So don't miss out on the in-betweens, the seemingly boring, the mundane middle. It's not boring when you're present in the moment. You get to enjoy far more of your life by not cutting away from it to the next big thing. Begin to notice and revel in the common and the ordinary. My guess is gratitude will emerge naturally in this space, and maybe you might enjoy some increased contentment. And that is really good news. So here's your I can do that for this week. Returning to the idea of being formed, here are a few questions you can ask yourself. Maybe take a few minutes to journal your thoughts or talk this over with a friend this week. So here's the first question. How do you feel affected by how movies or social media tend toward quick transitions? Do the in-between moments of your life seem boring, anticlimactic, or unimportant? Why do you think that is? In what ways might you be skimming over your life? And finally, how might you sink deeper into the in-betweens? Remember, you're making your way forward one small, simple, and gracious step at a time. If you want to make further progress in your own formation, I encourage you to pick up a copy of my book, What Does Your Soul Love? 8 Questions That Reveal God's Work in You. In it, you'll find themes such as desire, resistance, vulnerability, fear, and joy, and such questions as, what do you really want? Where are you hiding? What's getting in your way? And what's most real to you? Holding and living the questions is a great way to cooperate with your own growth process. So go ahead and pick up a copy of What Does Your Soul Love from your favorite bookseller. If you love what you just heard, please follow, rate, and review this podcast. This helps more people find us, and I really appreciate your help. You can also text this episode to a friend so they can join you on this journey. Together, let's move at the pace of grace and grow at the pace of transformation.